Welcome to a 1v1 on Einhoven Country. This game is probably Chinese guy. Maybe? I don't know what language that is. But I Google translated it. It says golden horse in all caps according to Google Translate, so it probably says nothing even close to that. Versus Antilles950 playing as U.S. forces in the north versus Oberkommando West in the south playing Infantry Company versus potentially Breakthrough, Luftwaffe, and Spec Ops. He will run his first rifle squad immediately for the building? No. For the, this area. Stern Pioneers head straight left to the munitions point, not participating in the opening engagement. And we're also going to see Antilles go with his classic double rear echelons into rifle spam. Looks like he's going with pretty much his standard strat this game. Infantry Company insta-locked, so as I expect 4 rifles captain. I guess we'll see how Golden Horse will respond to that. Going with 3 Volksgrenadier build initially, and I think he's going to throw up a battle group based on his truck's movements. See if that works or not. Stern Pioneers positioned well for this engagement on the windowless side of this house. We'll be able to force those riflemen out easily. Volksgrenadiers are going to stall in the building. He obviously knows that there's no north-facing windows, but he doesn't want his opponent to have that structure while he sets up his whatever he's going to set up. He's actually a little slow on building this, so it makes me think maybe he's getting another tier 0 unit out. We're stalling till 1 CP? I don't know. I'm not sure what he's doing. Volksgrenadier's not moving over here on the fuel point either. He's just managing this engagement right now. I think he should probably tech. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Antilles going with the 3rd Rifle Squad out right now. Probably going to grab a 4th one soon. Volley fire in a flank engagement. I don't know if it's going to go off though. Yes, it does. It does kick in, even though the Volksgrenadiers managed to snipe one of those guys. Squad gets pinned. Lucky pin there for Antilles. Wow, that was almost like a pre-patch volley fire right there. That was weird how effective that was. Every time I use it, it just does nothing. Stern Pioneers over here on the left. I think Antilles got some good RNG during that. I don't think it's normally that good. That was weird. Or maybe it's because they were partially in red cover for part of the part of that. I don't know. Riflemen engaging Stern Pioneers over here on the left side. Force that retreat. Easy pickup. There's the battle group. Wow, why would he put it right there, though? That's weird. He did go with a 4th Volksgrenadier squad before teching, so that explains the delay. 4 Volksgrenadiers against 4 riflemen will obviously give Antilles the advantage. So clearly, Golden Horse is struggling a little bit. Man, really difficult for Golden Horse to take territory, by the way. Just in general, it's hard to take territory against U.S. forces because you can't win flank engagements with Volksgrenadiers versus Riflemen, and you have fewer squads because you start with Stern Pioneers instead of the super cheap rear echelon troops, so you're just basically outmatched in every respect early on.
Heavy fortification now available. Pioneers standing by.
Rear echelon troops over here taking control of this area.
We're losing a capture point.
Until he's just keeping up generally the harassment in this area. Riflemen going to grab that territory. Stern Pioneers in the retreat path of these rear echelon troops. Oh, that could be a wipe. That could be a wipe. That might have been an overextension by Antilles, yeah. I think that's pushing it. If the squad is wounded, going that deep is probably pushing it, and he gets punished. That's Luftwaffe, I think. Yeah, Luftwaffe ground forces chosen by Golden Horse has access to an MG-34 now. Antilles starting to falter a little bit in some of these engagements. It's taking quite a bit of manpower bleed, but despite that, it doesn't look like he's really falling behind for territory. He still has a pretty good containment going. Got almost every sector on the map, including this point right outside the base. That Minesweeper, MG-34, does a good job of forcing that retreat. Antilles will be 3 CPs soon, giving him access to LMGs. Going to make the game that much more difficult. And we're actually going to see 2 MG34s, which once grenades get teched might be tough to manage. Let's see if he can pull it off. Stern Pioneers in a flank engagement look like they've lost it. He won't be able to get into close range on those riflemen, and they have not got very good cover either, so flanking Volksgrenadiers might be able to turn things around. Over here on the left side, MG has to retreat. Volksgrenadiers working on Minesweeper Squad. And Antilles is going to go Stuart, which probably makes sense since he has a huge early advantage and he wants to have a vehicle on the field to help him in his containment of his opponent.
Taking effective fire!
Looks like Antilles has been pretty much forced off the map. Finally, a little bit of territory falling back into Golden Horse's control. Here comes the Stuart. Very first thing it engages is a Panzerschreck squad, though, so that kind of maybe was a little bit inefficient. He forces the retreat, so it's alright. 1 Panzerschreck on the field right now, 1 more cooking, I think, yeah. 2 Panzerschrecks out at the time when that Stuart is in the field. Pretty good timing on those. Second machine gun, obviously, is going to have to retreat. No mines anywhere. Stuart should probably be careful about diving the area where the Stern Pioneers were hanging out, but there's no mines. He spent all Panzerschrecks, or all munitions on Panzerschrecks, so that helps. Stuart pulling back right there. And Volksgrenadiers are taking control of the strategic point over here on the left. And these squads working on riflemen on the strategic point here in the back. Antilles going with a very deep cutoff maneuver, aided by his Stuart, to push his opponent back into the base. Seems to be going quite well. A lot of units need to make their way back out of the HQ sector onto the battlefield. And try to push Antilles back and try and keep him back by destroying that Stuart with Panzerschrecks if at all possible. And there's the first Rakettenwerfer as well. No further tech yet, just went straight tier 2 and then tier back to tier 0 units and call-in units, which is starting to give him a little bit of manpower float, so we may want to tech soon. Although having on Luftwaffe, he can also get Fallschirmjäger out first, maybe. Fallschirmjäger might help him take a little bit of territory in a flank engagement against a lone squad of riflemen or something like that. Stuart just dove both Panzerschrecks. Why would it do that? There's a very, very good chance of it being destroyed right here. Fortunately, the Rakettenwerfer is not in position to finish it off. There's Fallschirmjäger deployed. Panzerfaust just connected, and it's going to like zoom all the way across the map. Out of control. Stuart is destroyed. Nice deployment of the Fallschirmjäger. I think that was a really good decision right there. That was very nice. Because he was probably going to field those anyway. Get that 1 squad of Fallschirmjäger on the field. He fielded them in a really opportune spot right there to take out the Stuart. And Antilles will no longer have that light tank on the field. And he's replacing that loss with a pack howitzer. Interestingly enough, his opponent's not really turtling. So I'm not entirely sure that's going to be a very good decision. That might be difficult to pull off. I think Golden Horse missed micro disengagement a little bit. I think that could have definitely been a wipe. Didn't chase. Oh well. He's got other things to be worrying about right now. A 2 MG strat can be a very micro-intensive build. Clearly the micro in this engagement is less than perfect. Fortunately, Antilles has no frags, or that would almost certainly have been a steal. He should probably tech those at some point. Although he's floating all of his munitions anyway for LMGs. There's the first LMG purchase on that rifle squad. He's purchased 2 LMGs on that squad, so going pretty hard on those. He still has all 4 of his initial rifle squads, so he's got a lot of munitions that he's going to be spending on those LMGs potentially. Trying to find an opportunity with these Fallschirmjäger. Fortunately, those riflemen are at half HP and in red cover. Fallschirmjäger in yellow cover should win this engagement quite quickly, very quickly. There's the retreat. Didn't pop defensive stance. And they just got wiped. Wow, that burst. I can't believe that. Fallschirmjäger are so good against retreating units. It's like they have super good accuracy or something. I don't know. That squad went down really quick while retreating. That caught even me off guard. I'm quite surprised that just happened. Folks Grenadiers moving to engage against the captain right there. He's going to have to retreat. If Folks Grenadiers recover that LMG, that's going to be very problematic. I feel like that captain might go down. This Bolshevik are just sawing Antilles infantry down. What is this? Oh, I wasn't sure that was going to get away. That was close. That I really... Oh, why did he do that? He had Folks Grenadiers right there. That's really going to hurt their damage on the move. It's going to make them better at long, though, I'm pretty sure. M1919s are pretty strong. Right? That's better than an FG42. I think. I mean, I'm sure it's not a downgrade, but on the move it is definitely a downgrade, because he can't fire on the move. But, oh well, that's, I mean, you know, he still has it, whatever. I think Folks Grenadiers replacing a Car 98K is way better than replacing an FG42. So that, I feel like that was basically a mistake, but it's alright. Bolshevik jumping into green cover right here. I don't think he can win this engagement without a grenade toss, and he doesn't have the munitions. He's spent all... Oh, wait, what? He just threw a Folks Grenadier grenade instead of a frangible. He just totally should have thrown a frangible right there. Frangible is so much better. It is like a super mega grenade compared to the stupid Folks Grenadier grenade. Second squad of Fallschirmjäger. He's going really hard into falls, apparently. Packhauser on the field has base. Is sat in the base this entire game? Really, Antilles? Maybe he feels that he's so behind that he has to do that, I guess. I don't know. Wow, this game is rapidly falling out of his control. One rifle squad wiped. He spent a zillion manpower on this piece of garbage. He's losing all territory at all points of the map. Minus people getting pushed off over here by that Folks Grenadier squad easily, obviously. Rakettenwerfer moving up to support against any theoretical tank that might be on its way. Antilles, having purchased a Stuart and having lost all of his map control, and purchasing a Major, has exhausted most of his fuel reserves. Thankfully, he had such a huge early advantage. He still has 100 in the bank, even after purchasing the Major. So his Sherman's going to be coming out pretty quickly, and it should actually help him retake a lot of map control, because his opponent doesn't have that much AT. A bazooka, 2 Shreks. It's okay, and a Rakettenwerfer, but considering how big this map is and how much wipe potential the Sherman has, I think he should be able to have a pretty dramatic impact with it. It's very strong. Very strong, and it's going to be here very soon. Just needs to get the manpower together. Packhauser suppresses that squad, needs to retreat. There it goes. It's pushed by Antilles. LMG equipped rifleman. Might go okay. Just walked into an MG34 right there, but with defensive stance. Is he really going to leave his green cover position? I don't know if the engagement was lost. Apparently he thinks it was. He was under Packhauser fire, so I guess I could see that. Over here on the right side, MG34 perfectly positioned for this push, and Antilles still doesn't have grenades, so he can't smoke it or anything. Really late grenade tech. When you go 4 riflemen, you generally want to have grenades, unless you can just execute really nice flanks, which clearly in this case isn't happening. I hope defensive stance doesn't just win this. He just like walked right up to a machine gun. Okay, he's gonna retreat. Honestly, I'm not sure how that engagement was gonna go. The machine gun just got suppressed right there. Fallschirmjäger doing 75% damage because they don't have all 4 FG42s firing. That's hurting their ability to chase this thing down a little bit, but I mean it was gonna get away either way, so I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference in that instance. Rifleman heading left to get control of that victory point, and these 2 Fallschirmjäger are slowly taking control of various territory. Sherman's a little late. There it is. It's in production. He had to spend a lot on bleed. Bled a lot and accomplished basically nothing. Although at least he got back control of the fuel and VP over here, but he's still pretty much losing the game. Fuel transfer active here for the OKW player. I think he might be trying to rush out a King Tiger, is my guess. Either that or just Jagdpanzer next. See what he chooses to do. He could probably swing King Tiger, honestly. He's that ahead. He is that ahead where he could probably make it. Victory point's pretty much dead even. And no tech yet from the 3rd truck, but he'll probably throw it up at some point. He's got a little bit of extra resource float that he could probably convert.
Sherman ready to go.
Sherman upgrading with the top mount machine gun right there. Two units heading right, Sherman heading right. Probably a good decision, like I said. Wants to maximize the impact of this unit, so he should send it somewhere where it's uncountered. Maybe pick up this machine gun. That could be a really helpful steal. It's totally unsupported. So, that's, at the very least, going to have to retreat. Might narrowly get away, since Antilles is being a little lazy about chasing right there. He's got a simultaneous engagement going on right here. Nice frangible on the defensive stance squad. That's got to retreat. Full retreat, in fact, by everything. Meanwhile, this harassing squad in the back looks like it's probably going to win that engagement. Stern Pioneers might be able to eventually win against them, though. Sherman moves to push the other machine gun out of this building. Lazy reaction, or late reaction, I mean. Not lazy, just late. By a Golden Horse, and it will, it'll get out, though. Barely. A little bit lucky, I think, right there. Riflemen do win this engagement, but they take about half their HP, so Stern Pioneers could probably win that engagement against them, force them away. Or Fallschirmjäger. Fallschirmjäger moving over there, get the job done. Raketenwerfer and already wounded Volksgrenadiers will be facing this Sherman. Oh, it's in motion! What is it doing? It's not going to get a shot off, just got cleared. Bazookas and Panzerschrecks connecting with the Sherman right there. Definitely, it's off to a good start. It's having that impact that it needs to have, and without any Fallschirmjäger nearby for engine damage, you can't force it off the battlefield to go repair. Oh, that wipe. Oh, potentially also this wipe. Nope. We'll retreat right there. Panzerschreck just got dropped. We'll need to try and recover that somehow. The squad looks like it is going to get away, fortunately. But wow, that Sherman is already off to an incredibly good start. And without mines or Panzerfaust or something, it's going basically uncountered right now. I mean, there are Shreks on the field, but he needs to manage the threat this poses a lot better. I think he might catch a retreating Fallschirmjäger squad right there. Huge hit. I think that's a wipe if he chases that all the way back to base, which he should, but he's not, strangely. Rifle squad right there was forced to retreat in a simultaneous engagement against this blob of stuff. Sherman moving to do minor harassment, will get caught by the threat of Panzerfaust and Panzerschreck simultaneously, so it has to pull back to safety. AT gun on the field. Interestingly enough, I don't know if this is really the time to be buying an AT gun. He still has his working core, so sure, I guess. Maybe he wants to use it to gun down this truck. I could see that. But he's up against double Fallschirmjäger, massive amounts of machine guns and Volksgrenadiers, and no vehicles. So the AT gun against a non-mechanized regiment build may just end up being manpower drain. We'll see if he finds an effective way to utilize it. Obviously, he'll need it eventually, because the King Tiger looks like it's on the way. Meanwhile, Sherman takes a little bit of damage right there. Little bit of damage, nothing too serious. From Raketenwerfer, this is forced to retreat. So he has recovered his lost Raketenwerfer, so that's good. Still no replacement of the 4th dead Volksgrenadier squad, which he might consider. But he's getting to the point where he needs to start floating manpower for the KT. Highland Grenadier. MG-34 using the armor-piercing rounds right here, trying to push some squads back from the center victory point. Meanwhile, simultaneous engagements on the left, using grenades to force riflemen from defensive stance, but that was kind of pointless. The engagement was lost. Like, no matter what. I'm pretty sure even if Antilles tanked that grenade, the engagement was lost, because those Volksgrenadiers were already suppressed. This squad does have access to the frangible, so they can win this engagement as long as they toss it. Here it comes, I think. Nope, just kidding. Here it comes, for real. Wow. Good reaction by Antilles. He got out of that surprisingly quick. It looks like he's going to win this engagement because of the suppression. Squad will be forced to retreat. Defensive stance is so stupid. I'm pretty sure it's bugged, right? Like, that's not intended, is it? It's free instantly. You can use it even while suppressed instantly. You start suppressing shit just magically for no reason. Pretty ridiculous. I don't know what I think about that. That squad's got to retreat. This machine gun got cleared by pack howitzer fire. Folks Grenadiers go for the recovery, but there's still riflemen right there. Kettenwerfer cannot keep that Sherman at bay by itself, and everything else has to retreat back into the base. Having no forward retreat point is really making things annoying for Golden Horse. These full retreats cost them a lot of map control. Look at the effect that Sherman has had. This whole map turning blue just because of one Sherman being on the field. It's pretty incredible. Massive impact, but at the same time, there's a lot of float happening here as well. He was up to 900 manpower a second ago because he's trying to get to King Tiger, and he's so close, but having to wait is costing him dearly, losing a lot of map control and victory points. He's about to be triple capped again, and once that happens, the game's going to swing in Antilles' favor quite dramatically.
A capture point is under attack. God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
Fallschirmjäger and Volksgrenadier Blob moving to engage against this
Point is under attack.
group of people. Showcase the new notifications. How many people are here? There's only 44 people here. I'll wait a little while. I'll wait a little while. Oh, that priest! That priest shot just one shot at a Volksgrenadier squad on the first shell. Oh my god, this game is going so wrong. And a stolen MG34 over here on the right side. I thought Antilles was totally screwed this game, but I think the decision to go straight to King Tiger instead of just going Panther was a little greedy. A little greedy. It's kind of costing him, but it's going to hit the field soon. Once it does, Antilles has kind of countered it a little bit. He's got double AT gun out already, and pack howitzer. Pack howitzer can actually hit a King Tiger. I'm willing to bet. I'm gonna bet right now that pack howitzer is going to do damage to the King Tiger before the end of this game. It's going to do non-zero damage to a King Tiger before this game's over. Plus double AT gun, plus priest. If the King Tiger takes engine damage, one or two priest shots could connect. That's pretty good damage too. Lots of wipes. Only 2 Volksgrenadier squads left right now, plus the Kettenwerfer. Army's getting a little small. One of the machine guns has been stolen. King Tiger's going to have a lot of work to do once it hits the field. And on a map this big, it's hard for the King Tiger to be mobile. I think Panther might have been a better decision, but we'll see. We'll see if it works out. It's his decision. They should both be perfectly viable options.
A capture point is being overrun.
See what happens. You can see my cast on YouTube by clicking on the YouTube link underneath the stream. You should see everything there. The Starcross cast playlist is the one I do for viewer games. Although I've been a little bit lazy about my uploads recently, there might be a few videos missing from like the last couple days. I don't think there's a Mublock command 40k. No, it's not, because there's just links under the stream, so I just didn't. I thought it was redundant. Although mobile users maybe don't have those panels or something, so
Crowds are sniffing around our asses.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how my mobile page looks. Both Volksgrenadier squads being forced to retreat with the King Tiger hitting the field is very poorly timed. He's probably going to want to have flank protection. I mean, it doesn't matter that much because there's only one Sherman on the field. He's not going to get swarmed, but still. No mines either. That's one of the weaknesses in Antilles' build, obviously, is that there is no punishment for a King Tiger doing this. AT gun gets shot off right there, activates armor-piercing rounds. Still plinks. Thanks, armor-piercing rounds. That was really great. Miss, plink. How much munitions is that? 60 munitions to do one. It's one shot has penetrated. There we go. Alright, 2 shots. Getting a little bit better. Plink. What does that even do? It's so bad. What the hell? More armor-piercing rounds have bounced than penetrated. That King Tiger was barely punished at all for just like, oh, I'm just gonna drive up into armor-piercing round, double AT gun. Why shouldn't I? I'm a King Tiger. I can do whatever I want. Over here on the left side, riflemen taking control of this territory. And, looks like this machine gun got cleared. Center point has been whited. King Tiger is now exposing its rear armor to the AT guns because
Objective secured.
YOLO.
Kraut infantry at site. We're taking effective fire. We're taking lead over here.
Fallschirmjäger forced to retreat right there. King Tiger needs to get some repairs. What was that? Priest? Priest firing again somewhere. At this cluster of troops. Doesn't look like it hit anything. No wipes recently. The same composition's still alive, so that's allowing him to replace some losses, getting a fresh Folks Grenadier squad out. Wow, that thing is going down so quick. Now those long-range shots really are starting to penetrate. I think that was pretty good RNG for our Antilles right there. No armor-piercing rounds either, just pure RNG. Just like, just purely just doing a bunch of damage at range.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green is green can be.
So ridiculous. The bonus that armor-piercing rounds is so small that RNG makes like way more of a difference than actually popping the ability does. Popping that ability doesn't even make enough of a difference for it to be worth using. Not against a King Tiger anyway. Doesn't seem like it. AT gun wall continues creeping and the repairs on this King Tiger are so slow. He needs to get that thing back up and fully repaired or he just can't do anything against this. Double AT gun's working too well. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that this has hit the King Tiger a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's done non-zero damage to that KT. We'll be able to check out the post-game stats. I'll check vehicle damage and make sure it's more than 0 and I'll be like, yes, I knew it.
Gun batteries report barrage strikes now available in your sector. We're getting plastered over here. We got a 0. The capture point is being overrun. Have 75 points left.
Squad will retreat right there. Over here on the left side, Folks Grenadiers have to retreat from Antilles Blob. Fallschirmjäger soon to follow. Didn't toss the frangible right there. There's the fully repaired King Tiger making its way up the left side, and Fallschirmjäger taking control of the center VP. While these guys try and slow the clock over there on the right side. Only 71 points remaining currently for Golden Horse, so he's gonna have to start kicking things up a notch with that King Tiger on its way to help against this Sherman. Oh, why would he retreat those Folks Grenadiers? He definitely should not have done that. That was a dead Sherman if he just stuck around. 3 AT guns on the field now. Fallschirmjäger helped clear one of them pretty quickly. Looks like he's going to try and brute force this engagement. This one is facing the wrong directions. Oh, that pack howitzer shot! And Priest Barrage. Priest Barrage could make a big difference in this if it maybe wipes the Sturms. And that was way off target. Both shots went way too long. Sturm Pioneers could maybe salvage this while they have an opportunity. AT guns trying to pull back to safety. Pack howitzer definitely did damage right there. That definitely helped. That counts. That counts. I feel like he should just fully commit. I feel like he should just go in and clear all the guns. I don't know, maybe not. I guess not. He doesn't want to lose that, but he's running out of time. He's running out of time. He needs to make big plays. That AT gun dead. This one got recruited though. He should have at least finished that one off while he had the chance. These AT guns are just chipping away at his health. Having a pretty good impact. With take aim active, they can shoot at it from beyond its range too, but they don't have take aim active, so that helps. Uh-oh. Both shots there just penetrated. Bazooka on the flank. I think it's gonna go down. No! Oh, both shots just hit the dirt right there. He will continue pulling back to safety, activating combat blitz. Bazooka shot bounced. I think that King Tiger might get a miracle escape right here. Priest is going to be available to fire soon, though, and it will be quite vulnerable to being destroyed by Priest fire. Fallschirmjäger going in on the Minesweeper right there will force that to retreat. And this MG-34 working on the rifleman over there as well. Folks Grenadiers will force a retreat from that captain. If this MG can just hold the line... Oh, he should have put that in cover. I think defensive stance rifleman might win against this machine gun. It's kind of hard to tell. They're both suppressed, so it's just like they're just staring at each other.
Hit him with the coax! Ready. Go ahead.
That squad's gonna retreat. What's SOE Overlord yesterday game? What is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why, was it a really good game? If you request it or like fastlanded or something, that could happen. The system is set up to enable people to see the replays they would like to see.
Orders!
Yeah, defensive stance riflemen are just gonna walk up and kill that without even taking a loss, but it was pretty unsupported and it bought a lot of time. Just got stolen though. Volksgrenadiers are a little late to the party. That Sherman still isn't dead. That Sherman should have been dead, but I think some premature Volksgrenadier retreats have allowed that Sherman to survive. Nice wipe right there though. Punishes the steal of that MG34, but the clock's ticking against him really quick. He needs to get control of a victory point somewhere. His attempt for the center is failing. Just walked into a machine gun point blank range. Double MG34 looks like it didn't work out too well because both of them have been stolen throughout the course of this game. Sherman goes down to the King Tiger over here on the right side. And riflemen are retreating through Stern Pioneers right there. Captain has to retreat away from the
capture point is under
Tier
attack.
4. Wow, some really big, such big pack howitzer shots this game on that Fallschirmjäger squad. I'd say he's gotten pretty good value. How much is that? 14, Vet 2. Pretty good considering a decent amount of those are Fallschirmjäger kills. I don't know if it's paid for itself though, taking into account not only its purchase price but also upkeep costs over the course of this game. I don't know if that unit has really been worth it, but whatever. I mean, he's at 100 pop cap. Oh, that priest hit. That big money priest hit right there. Is that a wipe? That looks like a wipe. Focus fire, Antilles, what are you doing? Shoot that! Oh, come on. Rifleman moving to take control of the center VP and get the clock ticking again. There's not much left defending over here on the right side as the King Tiger rotates over here towards the middle.
Rounds are taking one of our points. Unmounted. Range of action.
Captain gets wiped to King Tiger fire. Fresh Sherman on the field is trying to herd some squads over here on the right side back to base. A triple cap might be going against Golden Horse here if the right side gets taken, which Minesweeper is moving to do unopposed right now. Priest bombardment in the center is going to force a full retreat by this blob of Volksgrenadiers. And the King Tiger is being shepherded back by the AT gun wall. Only 2 AT guns out right now. Antilles probably consider a third one. I think he was in slightly better shape when he had 3. Technically, he has the anti-tank barrage on the pack howitzer. Maybe you could find a way to do a little bit of extra damage to the KT with that. I think that does a little more than the damage of an AT gun shot. Am I wrong about that? I think an AT gun shot does 160, and this probably also does 160. I actually don't know. I have no clue. AT guns both pop armor-piercing rounds against the Vet 2. King Tiger seem to be doing pretty well, getting okay RNG. Okay, he's getting terrible RNG. What the hell? I don't know. I feel like armor-piercing rounds should penetrate a little more than that. I don't think they should penetrate a King Tiger every shot, but like, that seems a little weak. Seems a little weak for, I mean, I don't think you should be able to just park in front of armor-piercing rounds for as long as you please. Which I guess he can't. Maybe, you know what, he's taking damage. He's taking a respectable amount of damage. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. That's the game. GG. Ran out of time. He just ran out of time. I really think that a Panther would have been a better call. Well, maybe not. If he either had to go Panther to steal the game when he had the advantage, or he just needed to tighten up his infantry play, because when you go King Tiger, you're gonna need to be really solid with your Volksgrenadiers team weapons. By the end of this game, he had no MG34s and no Rakettenwerfers left, and that wasn't even due to Antilles utilizing grenades, which he never teched. think Antilles made a lot of mistakes this game that Golden Horse did a good job capitalizing on, but he just wants his Sherman management just needs work. And it's harder than I'm making it sound, to be fair. Shermans are pretty tough to deal with as OKW until you get a Panther out, and suddenly the game becomes much easier. So Panther probably could have helped a lot. Even honestly, with more time, King Tiger probably was going to win eventually, as he slowly bled Antilles to death. But I don't know, maybe not. Antilles maintaining a 80 to 100 pop cap army and 450 fuel in the bank intentionally, keeping his composition mostly AT gun and team weapon based and infantry based because he just likes that style of play, and he made it work. So good game. Allies win.